A very welcome evening, everybody. Welcome on this Friday evening. It's a completely night that I'm normally not live, but especially for you guys, especially for the Dudu School of Planco, I'm live for everybody on the Friday evening. I hope everybody is as exciting as me, because I'm terrified tonight. Hey Suspense, thanks again for the raid. Always happy to have you around. Welcome in, Joris. A little bit low on the Dudu score, but hey, who gives? It's just a number. So, today we're going to start with lesson number 1. What is light sequencing? What is it? How does it work? And we're going also to do the question and answer section. So throw in all your questions. I try to answer their all. And let's get ready. Let's go to our showcasing of the works. There it is. Yeah. Let's first of all get this one out of the way. So here we are at the school of how it's done. I already prepared a few little things around. Some people will know already that I built this in the past. And first of all, I want to show you all the new sequence board, what I made. And of every team, I separated all lights you can use for light sequencing. So if you are interested and you want to have a special board made for triggerable lights, here is the share code. Write it down and download it from the workshop. It's already live. So I also will send down the code later on stream. But for now, it's just working from here. If everybody wrote it down, or just waiting for later, no worries, it's coming live. So, what is sequencing of light? Well, let's start with a simple show. Let's put down the light a little bit. Put about 7. How to make it easy, this is light sequencing. Just simple moving lights in a standard pattern. In a pattern you can move from left to right, up to down, crosswords, letters, any way of direction you want to use it for. Winder, 1/3 of a Dudu. Well, that's a great score to start the lessons with. At the end you score for sure 100% or more. So don't worry, it's coming back to you. So here we got what I built today. Just a regular item and placed in some toybox lights with a sequencer standing here. It's a stupid machine, but it's the most important thing we got. So inside here I have all lights put in a time schedule. Well, perfect, Joris, thank you very much. Well, code is always useful to share, then I don't have to do it anymore. Thank you very much, Joris. So, if we open the trigger sequencer, you see all kind of small blocks. This is for every light standing, how it's working. Let's put it off for now. Sorry. Let's take the more easy one. So we have here 6 separate lights in a pattern what will be moving from left to right, blinking and change color. And this is everything simplified here online. Let me first show how it's working, and then explaining what every segment of the sequencer is. So as you see it moving from right to left, faster, 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 full on, change color, blinking, and reset. So, and how it's looking into the sequencer, it's actually every single light I placed on one line. So we have the first light on the right, it's the first line, so line 0 is fully on the right. Line 1 is the next to this one, and going down every time you see the color of the light what you are sequencing at that moment. So the highlighted light in your bar is also visible in your game screen what you're using for sequencing at that moment. So I use here a few different possibilities. We have the repeat toggle on trigger. This is just simply blinking on and off, turning the light, and I put it from 0.5 seconds, so it's blinking 4 times. And this I copied, or this I not copied, but I use it on all 6 lights. Every time a little bit down, so every time half a second difference, so you get the moving feeling. That's one part what you can do with light. Second, I done it again, but now slightly faster. And as you see, in this case, I have the end time exactly same with all lights, but every light is starting a little bit later. So every light is 0.3 seconds later starting. Then we got the next step, even faster. Same procedure, only now the last light stops blinking faster than the first one. So every time I'm moving the sequence time to the place how I like it and how you can arrange it. Then I have here put on all lights activate on trigger. This means that I in one time let them all start make light in one moment. So it just activates the light, and as you see I put everything on the same line, so they all start in the same exact time span of the sequencer. And here we got a very nice one. Let's put this one off, otherwise we cannot scroll. So here we got the light changer. So here it's changing from blue to the red color what I want. So what you can see, it's moving slowly, faster, 0.1 second, everything on, change color. And then I put them all on blinking, so repeat on trigger, repeat toggle on trigger, back to the 1.10 seconds, so fast blinking. And at the end I say restore color to trigger, so that means that the system knows when I come to the end. As you see now it stays on red, but if you see at the end of the sequencer, you will see that it will be stopping and returning to its 0 point. So blue and red colored. This is actually the most basic, simple line of light technique you can use for sequencing. Then we have the next one. This is the space project where I'm working on at the moment. This is a duration of 12 seconds, and I'm triggering the lights inside 546 times. So every light has a number of sequences inside this sequencer what will be triggered, and then you're getting this result. So a sort of countdown feeling, slow, faster, multiple, and full light off. And that everything in 12 seconds. So let's move this item away, so you can see what we have just inside here. Let's place some light. As you see, we have a lot of standard lights from the Planco teaming in combination with the ceiling lights. Also from the, actually every light I use is from the basic set, because they are more easy to hide, you can more easy use them. So that's one of the things that... Attention! Thank you for the follow, Noah. Welcome in. I'm Dudusden, streamer from the Netherlands. And the next coming few streams I'm going to explain how to sequence, and also letting you try out sequencing after my lessons. And at the end of the lessons I'm asking everybody, send me in your project and we're going to showcase and watch what you have learned. So if we open the sequencer, I hope you are all not getting afraid. But you see the spots I have all placed on one moment. That is the flashing white light what you've seen. And the blinking sections, you will see it very low, because we have a lot of these lights. For myself, to know what and where I am working on, in this project I called every light by a number, so that I know exactly where I'm working. So this is fully doing nothing. It says play on trigger, but it does nothing. Only for me to recognize where am I working because of the number of lights. So first step, activate the light. And then we nothing else do than change color on toggle. And this first on half a second, till 5 seconds, then it goes every 0.3 seconds if I'm correct. And from 8 seconds it's going every 0.1 second. So you see a lot of duplication in this sequencer. Yes, if you're going to work with this number of lights, always try to keep your organization clean, because after you've been busy with 1 or 2 lines, you fully lost control of where you are. So this is the reason why for every light I actually make the same line, but every light you need to resequence. You cannot just copy and paste it to another light. If you have any questions, just throw them in the chat. I will do my best to give you the answers. And if not, then the next lesson I will come back to this. I will find it out for you. So actually it's 12 lights sequenced all same. But every time a small part saying from, okay, we first go half a second, then we go to 1/3 of a second, and then we go to 1/10 of a second. And at the end, you see it's restoring the color to the trigger. So it's going back to its 0 point at the end, at 9.9 seconds. That's the same moment that the white lights turn on for 2 seconds. So let's move this back in and show one more time how this sequence look in just 12 seconds. So organization is everything what is important in sequencing. And this is the result of 546 triggers in one sequencer. And then we got this I will show later. This is just one part from the Nintendo Tube. Everybody have seen it working on the Super Sunday on a Monday from Windows TV. And yeah, this is my real signature in light sequencing. So I hope also everybody who using it from the workshop is not going to say, hey, I done it. No. Show my name. Don't be afraid that you use somebody else's work, but show their names. People appreciate it if you use them, but show their names. Don't be afraid of it. So this little sequencer is only triggering this 4 sequencers in front. Every sequencer has its own pattern what is running. So this one running a certain way from left to right if I'm correct. This one turning down to up, right to left, and up to down. So let me show you first everything in one sequencer so you can see what it's doing. And there we go, up to down. And the diagonal from right to left. So this is a sequencer who is controlling 4 sequences of 88 triggers. So if we go and watch in the first trigger, or the first sequencer, sorry, you only will see 4 sequences. So I'm starting with the lower quad, and that's the one who goes from left to right. Then you get the part from down to up, immediately when the last lights go off. Same for the up to down, and right to left diagonal is the same way working. Now if we dig a little bit deeper into the trigger, here we have the controlling of how the light works. Also with this you see again what light you're working on. So as you see, every 4 lines, well, depends, sometimes it's just shifting, but mostly the 4 lines in a row are on one line. If you are working with so many lights, I suggest work by parts of 8 to up to 20, otherwise you will be losing your progress in your work. The more lights you want to put in a sequencer at once, the less easy it will be to work on it. As you see, I put it here also on line. Every line has 4 with each other. Only strange thing is when you have like selected the first 20, 24, 16, how many you want. It can be that it's placing it in your sequencer when you add objects somewhere in the middle. One moment please. So therefore we have set here you have line 4 and 5, and when I was busy with it, it automatically placing somewhere your lights, so it's never very easy to find the timeline when you are working on a huge number of lights like here. So it can be that it's just shifting in between, but always check what light lights up in your work so you know exactly where you're working on. So it's actually here, it's just every light is blinking for a half second, for 2 seconds long, and they're starting all 0.2 seconds after each other. So the starting time is here 0.4, light before is 0.2, and before is on the 0. So in this way you can just shuffle a little bit how your lights need to be working. You want slow, put them out of each other. You want fast, put them close to each other. And the toggle every 0.5 seconds, you can put it on 0.1 seconds, it's very fast. Up to 1 second, it's only blinking 2 times for 2 seconds. So the higher the number, the slower it's working. So this said, let's move over to this beauty, the Super Nintendo World entry. Let's just wait till it's finished, and it's almost finished. So here you can see how the full sequencer is running after each other. And keep in mind, this is really the maximum number of lights you can sequence. After this, pixels will run into craziness in your system. You already see a little bit of pixels dying in my screen, because it's already on the limit of what the game is possible to use. And after this, you can see here how the finished project is looking. Therefore said, you can simplify this. I've not done it, but you can make a lot of more of these sequences just in one sequencer. But keep in mind, it's a maximum of 100 lines you can sequence in one sequencer. But you can sequence as many times as you want into one sequencer with the lights you have put in there. So you have one sequencer, but you can just throw it full till 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 seconds. As much as you want. If you not like to have this kind of boards, make it yourself easy, throw everything as much as possible in one sequencer. Oh, and this is the project I made today for my space project. This is the most simple thing you can make. It's just 68 lights being triggered. And as I said, it's just very simple working. Every light working for playing for 2.2 seconds. I have 4 rows of lights in here, so it's 4 times in one same time. And I'm starting them every time 0.1 second after each other. So that's where you get this faster running view from. Does anybody has already a question for so far? Because this is a lot of information. And today is the question and answering. And the next lesson we will be digging into the real works. Today I'm going to show simple things, but questions, throw them in. So far, this is, well, this stupid thing they call a sequencer. People will animate already some stuff, know exactly how this is working, and know exactly what to do with it. What this we're using for moving parts, for lights, for actually everything you want to make work on a time-based schedule. So let's take some simple lights and make a simple pattern for sequencing. So let's head over here to the board. And well, let's take just the simple square one, where we put the sequencer. Okay, the sequence will go. So let's first make an square of it. Let's take it easy with 5 pieces. Yeah. We're starting off with this grid of 5 lights, of 25 to be honest. So, has anybody something that he wants to see working? Oh, let's say it easy. If you want to add the lights, just click the plus. You see every light you can use for sequencing. So you want to have a 46 B7 B. You want to have the pattern like the code from the. You want to have this code sequenced. Oh, let's get to work on it then. So we're starting with the 4. 1, 2. Need to be exactly starting from here. Ah, okay. I want to say I can just show how to make the 4 in here. That's not so difficult. Yeah, you can say a pattern what you like to see. And then we can see how we're going to make it, so you understand it a little bit better. A smiley and invert. Yeah, sure. We can work on this. Let's see how we're going to start then. It will be difficult on a 5x5 square, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger then. No worries, we're just going to fix it up a bit more. Oh. So we're starting with 1 light. Let's start it on 1 and play trigger for 1 second. For 0.1, let's make it a fast runner. As you see, they are now just coming up the line. Every time I need to make it now 0.1. 0.2 is the lowest number you can work on the trigger. And this one we can then just say duplicate, so it's working together. And if you start it, you will see it's more easy in dark. Let's put it a little bit in the evening. So as you see, they are all automatically light up. So that's the standard thing from the game, that they always turn on in night. So officially I need to put them first all off. This is a big thing you need to remember. If you're working on a bigger platform, always put them on trigger. So I'm not going to do this all separate, just making one line. Just deleting all those stuff. And then just duplicating them. So, okay. Let's go. Let's restart. As you see, this is now undefined because we deleted the light, so he doesn't recognize any lights anymore. So always when you delete something, you need to restart. We can just say repeat toggle. We just put it on this, and we set them on 0.2. But it's important that always remember where you started, so you know the format you need to continue. And this one we put on 0.2. You can just faster work with your keyboard instead of clicking the left and right arrow. But over time you will be more easy becoming. So, and now we add another number. Always make sure that you keep it for yourself as simple as possible. You can also move them with your mouse, but it's more difficult to put them on the right time place. So my suggestion, always do it on your keyboard numbers. More easy, more fast. So everything we just, let's say, on simple, play on trigger. So, and always remember where you started. So I started in this area. So now I have this. And I need to put there the one for eye, of course. So this will be coming at 0.6 seconds. 0.2. 0.2 and 0.6. Yeah, it's only sorry that we cannot make this faster, but this is how it works. We have to do some work to make beautiful pieces of art with Lightworks. I hope I can fix this fully before 9. I will do my best. So now I just show you a little bit what we have done in this few seconds. As you see, it's already working to the point what we want. So we were here at 4, now we at 5. And here, and we start here with the mouth for the smiley. And all these lights will be on 0.8. And if you not pay attention, it can be that your timeline will be flying like this, because some light you placed on a times table far away. So always pay attention that you're staying in the right time zone, to say it like this. So, and don't worry if you miss something interesting. It will be visible as a VOD on Twitch, and it's also going to be a YouTube vid, so you can find it always back. Let's see where it ends. Yeah, okay. So now we are halfway. So in this case with the smiley it doesn't matter where you start, because you're always moving one place further. Only for the last part you need to remember every single thing you've done. So this one is going to stand on 1 second, where it needs to start. And now I'm going wrong, because this needs to be 1 second. So as you see, every single light you need to do manual placing on the time screen. So. If there are any questions coming up in your head, just ask me, and maybe I can answer it. So now we have went here. And now the next step. As you see, every time we're moving on, we need more lights to activate, so I hope we keep enough room, because we're now on 33 to fix it. Otherwise it means that we need to move to a smaller smiley. Because yeah, it's always difficult to find out the number of lights that you're using. That's the most tricky part, because we have only 100 lines to use. So keep that very good in mind. 100 lines we can use for sequencing. Otherwise you need to put in the second sequencer, to fix that. And if you want to make it more easy for yourself, you can also say, okay, this full line is going to give it the green color. The time section before I gave it a different color, so how you want it. For this moment I only use the simple and fast way. I'm not going to color every single part. But you can give everything its own private color. Let's see how it's looking now. As we see, we have already the half smiley finished. So now it's time to move on to this. This is the last one before we going to close it down. To smaller objects again, because we need to keep two. I hope I'm doing it good, because yeah, we are still in the good direction. So you see, this is making already up to 86, so the next line I already cannot put in this sequencer anymore. For the next line I already need to take a new sequencer to use. So there's the difficulty part in it. Pay attention how many lights you're going to use, how big your project is going to be, and keep an eye out for this 100 lines. Start is 1.4, 2, 4, 2. And with a second sequencer, it means also that we need to take up to a master sequencer. So with a simple smiley, we're already getting an extra job with it to show. To 1.4. But the good thing is, with the new sequencer we can just start working on from the 0 point. So this means that we can start just from 0.0 seconds, working back up to 1.4 again. And then just place the two sequences behind each other. And yes, I wish this would be a lot easier. 0.4, 0.2, 1.4, 0.2, and the next one 1.4, 1.2. So now we're going to check where we are. So the next sequencer will be starting on this point. Also an extra notification, you cannot copy and paste any sequences, it's not going to work. You cannot copy the lights on it, because it's also not going to respond. I can show you, it's very easy. If I just do this and copy, you will see that the sequencer is still only 87 controlling. So it's never possible to copy and paste. So if your sequencer is full, you start on the next one. You can just very easily shift and control delete lights from it. Let's make this one smaller. And only this stay. Okay. So there we are. Now we only need to put the playing time in it. Because we start in a new sequencer, we don't need to think about that it needs to be starting at 1.6 seconds. This we arrange later. Let's see that we can fix the smiley running and invert in the 2 hours we got for today. It is going to work, I know for sure. But it will be already a 4 sequenced workshop. Because in this case I'm not going to work in the same sequencer back again. So now we have almost a full. I think I'm going a little bit wrong in the smiley. Doesn't matter. We're just going to make it run out of the picture. And there we have already the full smiley standing. 27 lights, so you see how fast your light board is running full. Of course, what you also can do is moving them up in the lines. Just to move them in here. So you keep everything in one line working. But this costs you extra time. So I will now do this for this time. Just the first lines. And then I just delete the rest out of it. And this way you also can keep your light works organized and short. If you're afraid of your 100 lines and you need to play with multiple sequences. So now you're already seeing different ways of how you can use the sequencer. Let's see. Now I'm moving all these lights into the right position. So as you see, here is what I meant. The rest of the lights are just moving down. So we have here Some lights we're going to move up. So we keep it, as I told you all, a little bit organized. As you see, this costing a lot more time to place them all together in the timeline. But it's giving you more space to play around with the sequencer. And more lights inside one sequencer. As you see, now we only need to use 27 of them. And you will see it's still running the same way. Let's place them just like this. So, and I know everybody going to make it later in this way because you only need one sequencer for your full project if you do it in the right way. And that's good. So if you know now, you will see it is slightly getting freaked out because it's not working as it should be working, because I'm having somewhere an issue sitting. So now let's see where is the issue. So in this way you can find out these two are correct. It's just a glitch in the game, apparently. You see, we have here now an issue with this one. It's showing that it's not turning on. We duplicate it. Delete this one and place it back. And this way it's still running bad. Let's first turn off this stupid weather. Let's get first a new sequencer in front. Let's see how it's working with the edit trigger. First we select this and then we select this one, confirmation. This is good, and this one here. Let's see. Yeah, it's just an in-game issue. The lights are triggered, but apparently the game has not the right amount of possibilities here. Sorry, because of them. Because too many lights already being triggered. As you see, it's now more easy that it's running. So the more lights you're triggering in the park, the more difficult the sequencing will work. see what was the last light. Okay. So now we're going to use these. Like so. So again 27 because now we have this line out. Confirm. Now we're just going to place them in here because it's just for fast working. I'm not going to place them in the line again. Otherwise we are still here at 12 o'clock. We're starting at 0.4, 0.2, 0.4, 0.2, 0.4, 0.2, 0.4, 0.2. This we just do 27 times. Oh, see, and this is happening when you put it on the wrong time schedule. Are there already some questions? By any chance? Well, I'm busy playing with lights. Oh, thank you, Joris. That's my most scary point, if it was clear or unclear, because my English is not superb. So, now we add this outline, so now we're going to here. Moving up for the next part. And you will see that 1, 2, 3, 4, here we go. And now I need to guess where the eyes were. Here and here. Oh, it was. Oh. And if you click wrong, then you have to redo it, everything. Not remembering it. 5. This. So. Here was an eye. Here's his mouth. And here an eye. This we're putting on 0.6 seconds. 0.2. So you will find out that the more often you do it, the more easy it's getting. And even when you are more experienced, it's still sometimes searching, looking for some small errors you find. But the most important thing is work organized. Know where you're working, know what you're doing. And don't be afraid if this stupid sequencer is just throwing all your lights to each other. This is just normal behavior of this game's sequencer. I don't know if I'm going to be also be able to create the inverted orders, but at least the smiley we're getting finished today. Let's try it out. Now we're working here. Now it's the icon. The last time that we need to sequence 27 lines. Let's see how far we are. We are on 61, so we still can make another line inside of here. For everybody who is interested, this smiley what we're now building, I'm going to put it on the workshop so you can all dissect it, try and learn from it. And also I'm going to give a little bit of homework for next lesson, where you can use this sequenced project for a simple homework job. And because everybody is new, we have a lot of time before the next lesson will be, if I'm correct, about 3 weeks for the next Friday. So in that time you all can be playing with the sequencing and the small challenge I gave it with you. And the idea what I am going to give you is make this sequence board, or use this sequence board. So this is 10 by 10, and create in this way what I'm now showing 4 or 5 letter word moving from right to left. So, and if you have paid attention, you know that it's similar as this. Right. There is something, an error in here. Again, because I cannot move on to the next sequence. Or it's because I'm already full. Let's see. Yeah, as you see, I'm on 99 lines, so I need to start with the next sequencer. That's the reason why I cannot add anymore. So, we're moving on to the next sequencer. And in this way, you can see how many sequences you can need to use for one project, or put everything in one sequencer. Like I showed also in the second sequencer, just in one line as much as possible. Then you can work out this full project, for example, in 27 lines. But you need to remember how it's done. And now I need to remember where I've been. Okay. So, add objects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up like this. Now we have the mouth and one eye. So as you see now we're going smaller again, so it's only 24 lines. Well, only. But we can start from the beginning again. We don't have to put it on the correct time schedule because it's a new sequencer. So the only thing you have to remember, use 4 or 5 letters in this new sequencing, and it only have to be running from right to left. And if you are in the mood, you can also make it run inverse again. That's all up to you, but you only have to make it into one way. As you see, we're already 1 hour and 10 minutes now on the way. Only to build, well, it's not fully 1 hour, it's just like approximately 40 minutes into this. Just for a simple smiley going from the right to the left. Also because I make it a little bit bigger than should be. But yeah, this is how I like to work. And now it's only 21. Now we're going slowly back to small parts. So after we have been working on this 4 lessons, and the 5th lesson is the showcase and a big surprise. You will be tilting your projects to a higher level with light sequencing. Only keep in mind that not overdo it, not go over the 4000 lights in a small area project, and you will be safe. Now it's 3. Hope it was there. So I think even this simple project now is going to be 4 sequences. So as you see now it's already starting on line 17, so it's somewhere in the middle, starting with no reason. So let's see what is happening. Yeah, that's working good. Now we have 2 left over. As you see now it's only 15 and it's every time becoming 3 smaller, 3 smaller, 3 smaller, 2 smaller, 2 smaller, and finishing off with the last 2. This will be starting at 0.6. So actually this is the same as the first sequencer, only backwards. And I'm in a small time schedule because at 9 we have the one and only good nice community night starting with some golf, some garlic phone if I'm correct, scene. So a few funny games. But we all will be like to play. Especially golf with your friends. Always funny. Always some people swearing as hell. So it's even funny to watch the stream as well playing along. See how far we are now. We are on 77, so I can only do one more line in it. And it's this one and this one. What, 8 if I'm correct, I'm left off. I was always checking back. Yeah. 0.8. We need to continue on. Because if I'm 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. This is how I always control where I have left off. But mostly I prepare everything on schedule board with the times written down, how everything is working. So making more easy to work on the total project. Let's see. So now this one, maybe I can add another line. Just need to remember where we ended now. Okay. I think we can add another line. It's fitting exactly. With the nine lights. 1 second. 2. 1. 2. 1.2. 1. 2. 1 and 0.2. 1 and 0.2. So now the sequencer is also full. Let's go to the main sequencer. Add objects, this one. You see throwing everything to each other. I'm now putting them all on one line because that is only a few sequences, so it's easier to find out where is what. And as you see, it's running by There's only one light what is not placed in a good line. There's only one light somewhere what is standing on the wrong time. Or, yeah, see? That's why you always need to control what you're doing, because it's so easy that you miss out one. Oh, and let's put another sequencer in here. So this is the reason why I say if you want to make this kind of projects, throw everything as much as possible on one line of the time. Because if you're using 27 lines max, you only need 27 lines. So everything, throw them on one line, so it's also time-based perfect. And now we need for the last few lights another sequencer. So what the, okay. So because this is now the lazy form, we're having it like this. If you go for the clean form, you do it everything just in one sequencer. And for sure, keep it organized. Okay, let me know if you get an ad break, because then I will wait for you guys to come back. Because I see there is a 1.5 minute break coming up. So, in meanwhile, I will get something to drink. I will be right back. So, and we are back. I hope everybody returned from the ads. I think yes. So let's make it dark. And let's play. Well, let's go to the activation settings, what we also can now do. Because we have now programmed the 4 sequences, we put them all in the master sequencer. Well, suspense, you always can call me in, you know it. I'm always there to help you. So let's move on to the activation settings. And of course my green thingies are in line. Let's see if we move over to a different screen. It's not working. Okay. Oh, we have here the activation screen. You have self-activation in the top corner setting. Maybe I can just... No, it's not working. Okay. Yeah, it's quite a lot different here in Plan Code 2. This is something I fully agree on. So if you have your sequencer, you can go to the second tab, it's the activation settings. There you can say self-activation. You can put it on trigger only. So if you have something you need that is only allowed to trigger it, put it on trigger only. You can say looping and trigger. So it's looping and triggering at a certain time you place it on. So you can set it then to hourly, 2 hourly, 3 hours, 4 hours. And you can restrict the time from that time to that time. It's not allowed to use it. And the most one, what I used for the last projects I run, I put it always on continuous. Because then you're getting this project running full time over and over and over as you programmed your sequencer. So this is the same what I done with the tunnel. Place the for sequencer in a main sequencer and place it on continuously playing. You can add music if you like. You can connect speakers to it. You can move. You can throw in moving parts like Joris has always the moving elements. So actually you can do whatever you like with every possibility in the game of light. You can use lights, you can use rotators, you can do whatever you like. So as I see in time, we have still about half an hour left over. It's not enough to make the reverse version yours. I'm sorry for that. Is there any specific thing you like to see, you like to know? We can just pass the sequence board from the lights. As you see, everything is gone now. Let's see. The ground floor has left a bit the building, but no worries, we got it somewhere. So if you have any questions for now, let me know. I will answer them as much as possible. Let's see where we have the toolkit board. And this I actually have from Joris. He made this this miniature board, so I think I do it with the lights for everybody. So from the aquatic team, we have an amount of 13 lights. Yeah, I was also curious about these balloons, but they are lighting. Can you show us the tunnel once more and tell a bit how you went for such a matrix? Yeah, sure, no problem. Let me get the tunnel. Let me give you the show of the build, how I built it. Let's see. This is the full quarter. Just need to find them all because I named them completely wrong. Nope, that's not it. That's something else what is work in progress. This is one. I also have an in between, if I'm correct. Okay, that's with one sequencer. Yeah, I blueprinted everything because that's making it more easy to work with. Let's see where we have another. Let's see. Here it is, the full. So, okay. So here we have actually step 1. In this one I placed the 88 lights. The same lights I just used to show you guys. And why I use these lights, this is just the most easy light works to make square lighting. And you're also getting a lot more possibilities with it. So this trigger sequence is 88 triggers, and what I have done is just selecting them all step by step. So I place like this first line need to be light up first, so they are always on the 0 line. So whenever you want to sequence a light, place them on the place where you want to light up. Let's see, let's make it a little bit dark. Let's put this on. As you see, let's put it on continuously, because then you can keep showing it. Edit, sequencer. So, let's put it on continuous. So, as you see here, I'm using one straight line, so all lights light on in one time. And then I make in squares moving part. So the first line saying, okay, everything turns on. Second line says, I'm only turning on number 1, 3, 4, and 1, 3, 5, all uneven numbers. Third line is making all even numbers work. Just simple set. And then you have the, as you see here, so the first one triggering the lights in one time. So everything what is standing on the first section is the first line of light. And then it moves up to the second, where some are lit up and some not. As here you see we have only the moving lights. Just not, yeah, actually I have placed them all, how to say it good, to say it correct. Actually I placed them all on the same idea. First light up, then second, third, fourth. but because it's too much lighting, this sequence will just say from, okay, well, this is just too much what you want, so I separate it in a little bit different phases. As you see, the game has it difficult to let everything burn at the same moment. So this is one sequence. Then we're moving up to the up and down part. It's actually a lot easier because I'm just going every time one layer up by line. So as you see, every line is just simply running up after a small amount of time. Everything is toggled for 20.2 seconds for 2 seconds total. So it will be flashing 10 times. Actually what I'm saying here to the light. So I want you to work for 2 full seconds. But you need to flash every 0.2 seconds. And then you're getting this effect. That it keeps following up. So this is actually the 2-second mark. And the similar part is, well, actually for the up to down you do exactly the same, only in a different order. Exactly same schedule, only from top to down instead from down to up. And then we have the most difficult one, where you need to start thinking, what the fuck am I doing? The same as what I just showed you with the smiley, is in this way exactly the same. Let's see. Now I started with one light, the top right corner, selecting, and then 0.2 seconds later the top 2 flashing, then the 3 down there, 4 down there, exactly, and this is just following in every square the same route. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this repeating every block. So you're getting this movement working. So it's actually working from wherever you want, but block by block. And never move out of that block before you finish it off, because otherwise, trust me, you fully get lost in your sequencing and you really have to start over again. And when you manage to have this fully complete, it's actually just selecting them, placing them in one sequencer in the way how you like it. For example, I now can mix it up. Just can say, okay, well, we just go in a different order. We're going to do, say, this here. We're starting with down to up. Then we're going lower quarter to left. So the left to the right. Then we go back from diagonal to down. And we're ending up with the last section we created. And in this way you're getting a different variation in your light works. So in this way you can just play with everything you like. You can throw it around, you can do whatever you want. And have all freedom of playing with the lights. And when you are happy with the settings you do, make sure you make it into one group. And then blueprint it. Because if you blueprint it and you put it back in the game, then you can just duplicate your work as much as you need it. And then you can get towards a full wall. And well, this is looking how one part from the tunnel is looking. So one section, one of the 4 sections I've got, is this amount of sequences in this work. With one master button what triggers the full wall. And because everything is time based and running exactly in the right order, you also keep the lines running perfect in one combination as you want. And as you see, the less lights you ask him to activate, the better your lights work. So there is somewhere a regulation that you cannot trigger too many lights at the same moment. Because as you've seen as well with the smiley and as well in here, there are some sort of dead lights not activated. Because there are running too many lights in one moment. And that's the only issue I have that I need to fix. Because if I want to have this, the game needs to be able to render every single light I want to activate. And when you finished it up, you're getting into this. Let's find the master sequencer. And then you can create stuff like this, like a magic or warp tunnel, a tube, with, like an entrance what I built here for the Nintendo part of my works. And in this way, well, in a few weeks, you all know the basics. Next time I'm going to run more over the blinking lights sections, more about sequencing, more about how to use the timing into a correct way. So that will be the next lesson. So in this way, this I can work out for the next coming weeks. And you all can then see the finished result of the running front, back, and everything I will be trying to fix into one sequencer for that day. So let's save this blueprint. Make it the homework panel. Light sequence. Dudusden School of Sequencing. And we put it in the scenery. Apply. Save blueprint. Let's place it direct in the workshop so you all can download this small project we created. So let's go upload the creation, the homework panel. Let's change the title is the panel light move a word from any direction. So then the exercise for next lesson will be move a word from any direction. So you can make a moving word from left to right, from right to left, from up to down, from diagonal if you are really excited. And the creation code from the workshop for the homework class I will paste into the chat. Will be also findable in my Discord, and it need to be hand in on March 12th, so I can place it all in a park, and we can look at what everybody created. Because the 13th of March we're going to start with basic light skills and color changing. So let's first of all throw it into the Discord area, how it's made. You can find the class code, as I call it there. So, does anybody have a question for this moment? Or something you want to see for the next lesson I can prepare? So, and there is the code for the lesson, and well, for your dissection, if you are interested, I will also throw in the code for the Nintendo Tube, so you all can dissect it and look at it. And there you have the code of the Nintendo Tube. Anyway, if you want to use different lights than these squares, be my guest. But please don't go over a 10 by 10 square. So, for anybody who's around who has some questions, no questions. So, if there are no questions, then well, let's go and look at a little bit of my work for the last 14 minutes, and then we're going to head over to our community night. So let's go to some of my works from the Super Sunday schematics with Winder TV, WTV.
Okay. I think I've seen this one being built.
This is Dudus's, and this is from Dudus's like Nintendo.
And let's hear how they think about my builds.
Building and pooping. And first, we do have a coaster. We're going to ride it. We do have like Princess Peach's Castle worlds, which we will go in and have a look first. But for me, this blew me away. The entrance that he's built here with the sequence lights.
I was in his stream when he was sequencing this, and I just went out of the stream like, nope. It's insane what you did.
It's fabulous, Dudus.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And this is the toy box pieces, aren't they? These are all the toy box lights.
It's beautiful. It's really so many patterns as well. It's yeah.
In dark, even better. Let's do it. I love the way it looks. It looks from over here. It looks like it's glistening.
Is this likely based on that one in Japan, the Spark in Japan?
Yeah, or Epic Universe has got this, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, but Universe now.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that, yeah.
That is a beautiful build. Do this. How? What the fuck? I'll show you what he's done.
You should be very proud of. Yeah, I know. I saw it on stream.
Oh my god!
You really have to be. Yeah, you should really be. You actually put. Oh, you all. Oh, okay. Yeah, you did all the mapping out of it, giving everything names, so you know what you're working on.
So just click on one. Master down left, master down right, and then, so it's just linking it all together, and then there'll be an overall master. This will be the overall here. Pipe master.
Yeah. It's like a tree that starts with one in the stem and just
edit trigger sequence.
goes out.
Yeah, so look, it plays left. So each of these are sequenced with different. It is stunning. Next level madness, but so fucking effective. That you need to get coverage of this, dude, because people will nick this. People will take this and make, because I guarantee you there will be loads of people out there in the world building Nintendo parts because everyone's in love with Epic Universe. This as a piece, I don't know if it will work. I don't know if that'll work on a console, but this is a piece. This sequencing.
Yeah. What you could do, because you're now making videos, is maybe make a video about it.
Yeah.
Maybe where you explain what you're doing. Because getting your mind wrapped around how this has to work might help a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. It's offline after the Super Sunday. Stupid get out of there. Prosecutor, welcome in. It's lovely to meet you. I'm with this WTV. We're here for on a Monday, Super Monday. Where we celebrate everything wonderful about our buildy wonderful community, and everyone gets to show off what they've been doing for the month. And this is the wonderful work of Dudus, who has built a Nintendo entrance for his Nintendo world with a full sequence light package, which is just fucking bonkers. To be honest, I love it so much. Dudus. Right, and now we have Princess Peach's castle. Is this
Princess Peach?
Is this yours? Who did this, or is this yours, Dudus? Because I know yours had built like a Princess Peach. That's stunning.
That's yours, fine.
It does have a yours one.
Yes, it's yours.
Yeah. He is a bit of an artist, Yoris, with his pieces. Hey Ray, how's it going? I mean, I understand the struggle. People saw Tesseract and thought, Mario, one up. Basically.
Yeah.
Which way are we going? We're going to...
Let's try to find a better video from it without all this echo. Let's see. Yeah. This is a work in progress. Enjoy. And after the video I will show you the real one. So as well as here, go a little bit back, if we're entering here, you see the light sequencing working as well. And this I'm going to show you all in Planet Coaster. We have still some minutes left over, so I'm going to show it you fast. Let's first of all save this. It's called Project Alliance, where it's working for. And well, I'm creating a space mountain look-like sort of light sequence based void runner. So as you see, the entry of the park is already coming. And here I'm also using all the sequencing tools I'm learning you guys and girls. So you can easily make like running lights, this kind of electro lights. If we go into here, into the dark light, here we have quite a small masterpiece of Lightworks. But after the class you can create yourself. So let's take a run on the coaster. Oh, what am I doing? Getting late. Just wait a second. Close your eyes. Okay, restart. So, enjoy! It's still a work in progress, but the coaster is, in my opinion, finished. I'm curious your opinions about the coaster. Should it need more, or this is exactly enough? So, you're passing exactly 3 times the coaster. So let's just wait till the coaster is coming by. It's going to be launched again. Yeah, I'm starting to learn how to use the coasters, Joris. It cost me some time, but we're going to make it. And let's see. There's the third pass back to the station. So you're passing by after you have been launched. The first launch is 60 kilometers. Second launch inside the hyperspace tube. This is 95 kilometers per hour. That's the max speed. So you're passing here by very fast and then slowing down a little bit to go to the start tube. And back to the entrance. So this is still a little bit of a work in progress, but yeah, it's going to become very great, very beautiful, and maybe it's even going to be something for the Super Sunday in April, May, June, somewhere. Let's check out if already somebody is live from our people. No. So, yeah, well, we can just say hi to our good friend Reach. And then we see each other on the 17th of March with all your homework. Hey, Agent P. Welcome in, welcome in. Drop your follow to not miss me anymore. So the next lesson will be on March 13th. Basic light blinking and color changing. And try to make your 4 or 5 letter words work out into the sequence board I sent to you all. And have very much fun the next 3 weeks before the next lesson. And don't forget, March 12th, it needs to be sent in so I can place everything inside the park to test everything and look how everything is looking. Now let's just say a quick hi to Mr. Reach. Oh, it's not allowed yet. Reach 2028. Oh, it's not allowed. Why I cannot just write his name good? I'm very terrible in writing people's name. So there we go. Let's write into Mr. Reach. And everybody, see you next time. Have fun with your schoolwork. Thank you all for watching and see you all next time. Bye bye. And for everybody who's still listening, Mike of Pain has been launched with your friends.